But let's jump right into the card, my friend, with the curtain jerker. Can't wait for this one. It's the opening match of our show. And this one is in WWE, where your boy, Solo Sikoa, leader of the Bloodline, took many steps forward in that role. And you have some thoughts about it. What happened with Solo?
Well, I thought this past Friday's episode of SmackDown was very interesting just because of one segment, one backstage segment with Paul Heyman. Solo Sikoa has just named himself the leader of the Bloodline. He hasn't informed why that's the case. He's just been calling all the shots. Tamatanga, Tongaloa, if I screwed those names up, whatever. They're now in the Bloodline. Jimmy Uso's kicked out. But Solo Sikoa is just let this power go to his head because we have not seen Roman Reigns since he lost to Cody Rhodes at Night 2 of WrestleMania. Well, we got a little bit of a glimpse, some storyline development here on SmackDown. Solo Sikoa approaches Paul Heyman backstage. Just right out of the gate, we got Paul Heyman is a national treasure. He just looks like he's gonna crap his pants at all times when Roman Reigns is not around. He's just constantly just shaking, and oh my god, it's just perfect. I wish he was doing the thing that he did last year when Reigns wasn't around. He stopped dyeing his hair and just let it go completely gray, ghostly. I hope he does that again. But Solo Sikoa said to Paul Heyman today that he talked to Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman has not talked to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. Solo Sikoa told Paul Heyman backstage that he has talked to Roman Reigns and has informed Sikoa that he is now the leader of the Bloodline until he returns. I think that's an obvious lie, but I loved what Solo said. The way he said it, he was just very like, "You're trying to take money off my table, Paul." It was his best promo so far in WWE. And I just want to read something here from former WWE star Matt Morgan. He's a politician now. He's got a podcast, whatever. But his quote here, but the promo component of it and being believable as a leader, he doesn't look like it, referring to Solo Sikoa. So saying he doesn't look the part. I would agree up until this past Friday SmackDown. He's got that ridiculous rooster haircut. He doesn't look like an imposing figure. He's got motorcycle gloves. But that one promo, the delivery with Paul Heyman, and probably most of the credit goes to Paul Heyman for selling it like his life was in danger. I just thought that went a long way for this. However long Roman Reigns is going to be out, Solo Sikoa is the leader of the Bloodline, and I thought that promo went a long way to selling it to me. What about you? Do you buy Solo Sikoa at all? You don't believe in him at all? What are your thoughts on him as the temporary leader of the Bloodline?
Well, I'm happy that this man is getting this spot to show what he can do, because it's rare to have a guy. Yes, they've been building Solo as a beast for a while, but it's rare to give a guy this type of a role in WWE without having the prior experience at doing so, because the Bloodline is still one of the number one faction storylines in WWE, and now Solo is the number one story, the number one man in that storyline. And to me, this promo in particular, again, you say it's his best work. I'll take your word for it, but I did not technically buy it that he was the overarching villain in this arc. There has been stories, and again, these are dirt sheet stories. You don't know how the validity of them, but there's been stories that they have not debuted Jacob Fatu yet in this Bloodline because they are worried that he will outshine Solo Sikoa in both promo and wrestling, and people would want him to be the leader of the Bloodline and to face Roman Reigns again. I don't know if that's true. I do know Jacob Fatu is an amazing, amazing performer, so I can't wait to see him there. I am happy for Solo, the person, to get this role and to get this opportunity. Me personally, if Solo faces Roman Reigns in some type of bloodline off, I'm not going to be too interested in it, because I don't believe that Solo could stand up next to Roman Reigns at this point in their career. And I know that's the point. Like, Roman's going to come back and be, he's going to be maybe a baby face and maybe have the odds stacked against him and all that stuff and have to re-get the Usos on his side. We know what the storyline's going to eventually evolve into. But at this point, I don't see Solo Sikoa as that big of an obstacle for Roman Reigns, and I need to for this storyline to sell me. But maybe I'm off on that, Bob.
Well, I think they did a disservice to Sikoa after defeating John Cena, just handed him 9,800 losses in a row. That did a lot of damage. I don't know why they did that. If they're going to have him be the leader of the Bloodline in the storyline, make him look strong after defeating John Cena to walk right into this role. So you expect it. Like, oh, that makes sense. That dude beat John Cena. Has been kicking everybody's ass for months. Of course, he's the new leader of the Bloodline. They dropped the ball there. But I just mean from a personal standpoint, I didn't believe in Solo Sikoa at all until that promo. And I saw that he can actually talk like a human. that was a big step for me because I didn't know he could do that. So I will give him a chance. It's more. I don't think it has worked yet, but I haven't written it off. I will give it a chance to see what they do next week.
Definitely giving him a chance. Definitely happy to see him explore what the world is here. But so far, I'm not into it myself. But again, time will tell. We don't know when Roman will come back. He's getting the "We Want Roman" chance.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see. I've always loved Roman Reigns, even when he was forced down people's throats from the old regime. I think Roman Reigns is a phenomenal performer in all aspects. I think his promo after he beat The Undertaker, where he kept on bringing the microphone to his mouth and the crowd wouldn't let him speak, and he ended with "It's my yard now," was perfection. Like, he had to suffer through the suffering succotash era of the WWE and came out on top of it. So Roman's always going to have my heart. Anything he does is going to matter to me. I'm willing to give Solo a long leash here to figure out what we can do here, but again, I'm not buying it yet.
I think Paul Heyman did wonders for Roman Reigns. I think if they give Paul Heyman some time with Sikoa, working like Heyman as the babyface in the storyline, just showing how evil Sikoa can be, I think Paul Heyman can work some magic with Solo. So I'm just excited based on that one promo as to where this will go moving forward.